Hello. Let's do it. Hello, hello. How's it going? Welcome to my most ambitious project to date, where we will try and record my debut record the morning. Wait, get out of the way, SodaStream. Get out of the way. Perfectly filtered carbonated water every time with wonderful flavor. The morning. Right, wait, what? Oh, we're on the wrong... One sec. Thank you. My hotkey didn't save. 1 second, sorry. Where on earth is it? There we go. There we go. Apologies. The Morning. My debut album. You see him under there. There's a signed picture from Bear Grylls, The Village People, and Ross Kemp, respectively. Oh, we're going RGB. Yeah, please, guys. Please add your points to the community goal. Hey, that's sent on Instagram. Did it send on Twitter? Yes, it did. Wonderful. Oh, F word. Oh, it shouldn't be. I turned that off. Yeah, no, it's for everybody, Alex. We do that when we're offline to prevent hate raids. That's what we do. Look. Hey, Avon, how's it going? Non-subscriber. Neg right there, non-subscriber. It should work. Please let me know if it doesn't. Wow, maybe I'll get rid of the light shows. Huh? How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. Haven't eaten yet, so chat amongst yourselves. Happy Thursday. It's definitely Thursday. Thanks, Lemon. Yeah, but you can't see I've got my pickle out. Give it a refresh, Alex. It should definitely work. Biraro, thank you so much. Happy Thursday. It's definitely Thursday, guys. Pretty excited about this, so I decided to hop on after a long time. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. What song are we doing today? So that's a good question, Chelsea, because today you may notice that the stream title is Day Zero. We're doing some pre-production today, which is, we will probably get to some recording for sure. But this is an incredibly important you can't see I've got my pickle out. Part of making a record. 1 second. Lee, thanks so much. Thanks so much. Yeah, don't... What? Did I not? Oh, right. Okay. Okay. That's weird. I'm certain I did this last night. Guess it just didn't work. Has that worked? Yeah, okay. There you go. No Ableton Cam today because we have a oh. Perfect. We have a screen of it. Sorry, that was my note. Glad I didn't write anything, you know, wrong. But yeah, so we're here. Sorry, let me just finish this. I'll be right with you. I'm the quickest eater in the world, okay? 1 second.
Yeah, but you can't see I've got my pickle out.
Gone. T Dids, thank you, bud. That's 1.58 babies. You tell this person works in finance. Okay, that ends the mukbang. Right. So what I want to do is open a thingy document. Way too big, eh? I guess we just put it there. Send it like here. Perfect. Let's increase that font size. Cool. Okay. Pre-production. So this is actually one of my favorite parts of making an album. So less so nowadays, but an album's meant to be like a cohesive piece of work, right? You're meant to be able to listen through from track 1 to track whatever and kind of get a feeling of journey, right? Feeling of you've started here, and it could be you can have peaks and troughs for sure, right? But it should be something that happens as a gradual thing. It should never really venture too far from that because it's very jarring and your immersion's broken, right? Listening to an album should be... Oh, Cloud9, thank you, bud. Thanks so much. Thank you. Should be a cohesive piece of work, right? Should be an immersive, sorry, that's what I was going to say. An immersive journey. Shut up, Lewis. Now, fortunately, half of our job is done for us because the album already exists, right? Hey, Eep, thanks so much for that follow, friend. The album already exists, so we can reference that. And my goal here isn't to make a completely different version of the record. That's absolutely the opposite of what I'd like to do. I'd like to make it very true to the original because I understand that people have listened to this album over the last however many times over the last 7 years, and they may have become attached to certain songs, right? And if I was to then take those songs and completely change them, I think that would that'd be quite jarring and unenjoyable for people, right? So my main goal here, this is called The Morning After, by the way. Right? This is what it's called. You could also call it not looking at my keyboard. It's very jarring. The Morning Taylor's version, right? You could also call it that. My goal here as an overarching goal is to basically take a record that I love. I can't not love that album. Oh, you can't see it. I can't not love that album, right? I can't. It's an incredibly important album to me. I will only ever have one first album. Oh my goodness, Fitz, thank you for gifting those. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow. Holy moly, thank you so much. Yeah, artwork will come to you. I'd like to do a little tip of the cap to the artwork, but I'm not sure. I haven't really given that too much thought, if I'm honest. This is just Notepad, Alex. So that worked, yeah? Refreshing worked? Cool. So my main goal is is to Fitz, thank you so much. Hey Holly Victoria, lovely to see you, friend. Is to modernize the record, right? And that could mean many things. Is the music distracting, by the way? It's really distracting to me. That could be many things. The main thing for me is that I was a different person in 2010 to 2012, where I recorded a majority of this record, right? In terms of, like, personally, but also in terms of musically, my voice was very immature, and hadn't quite found it yet. I still think I'm finding my voice. And so, I don't know, a lot of these songs I struggle to listen to because of that, right? Does this mean more vocoder? No. So if the song doesn't have vocoder, I may use it as a texture, but if the song doesn't have a vocoder on it in the original, I'm not going to do that. That's not what I mean by modernize. Oh. Decisions always throws me. Made on the original. Right, so I just mean bring it into as if I created the record now, right? So that's something that that I'm very excited to do, because like I said, I don't want to take people away from the original songs that they've listened to. Okay, that's not what I want to do. All I want to do is make basically better versions, right? And so that's what I'm hoping to do here, which means that if there is, I mean, this may not be 100% possible, because we used strings on a few of the songs, right? There are strings that I'm not going to be able to get a string quartet. I may be able to arrange something within a plugin, but I've never dabbled in string arrangement within a DAW. That's something that I've never done. So maybe trying that for the first time now could be a mistake. But we can cross that bridge when we get there, you know? That's something that that I would like to try. And also there are things that I would like to put on the songs that won't change the feel of the song completely, like Joe said, you know, won't be adding vocoder to every song, won't completely change the feel of the song, but will enhance the feel that we originally wanted to create within the first record. And on the track 1, Stones Around the Sun, we will witness that, because I have a pedal steel part that a friend of mine in America recorded for me that sounds incredible, and that is going all over it. All over that all over the new version of Stones Around the Sun, and that's something that never was in the original one, right? So that's what I'm trying to think about, modernizing the record, make it sound like if I made it right now, but not veering too far away from those decisions that we made in the original, basically. Oh, that's how you spell that. This is something that has been the main reason why you guys haven't received this album within the last 6 months. So I've been doing this over the last maybe just shy of a year, I know that I finished one of the songs in December, right? So yeah, maybe like 10 months, right? Finished isn't a cemented term here because it's not finished, but you know what I mean. But I asked a couple of people if they would like to feature on this album. And they said yes, which was wonderful, obviously incredible. Thanks so much for that hype train, everybody. Thank you so much. However, when it came to doing the stuff, it just didn't happen for whatever reason, right? Which sucks, because that was the thing that I was kind of waiting to do. So it's something I've reached out to these people again. I know that the messages have been read, so we'll see what happens. It's also something that I don't want to force someone into doing it, you know? That's not what I want to do. But I would definitely like to include other artists in this project. So if these two people that would be perfect for this project can't do it or don't want to do it for whatever reason, then I'll try and look elsewhere and try and fulfill this thing, okay? Which is very exciting. Super exciting. I want to do everything in this room, okay? This is my studio at home in our flat. And I would like to record everything in this room. I think it's a really cool story. It was something that really drove me to do it originally, because I thought, like, well, lockdown hit, everybody's stuck at home. I re-recorded my debut album completely by myself, and that's something that excited me, right? And then I hit a road bump with the features, and then I have this thing where every single thing that I do or hope to aspire to do, I have like a battery, right? And if I just throw myself at this thing, I will be incredibly efficient for the first 20% of the job, incredibly efficient. And then if I'm left by myself, left to my own devices, I just kind of burn out on it, right? I get it on every single thing that I do. I have like hyper fixation on something. I love doing it. I super enjoy doing it. And then if people can't hear it, or if people don't see it, or if I'm like something is required to not even complete it. Like I could have completed this project and just sent those songs to the people once they said yes, and just said, here, drop your thing in, right? Take care, Lee. Hey, best of luck, mate. But if I don't get that helping hand when needed, I just burn out and I stop, right? So ideally you guys would have had this before now, but like I said, I needed some I needed to be held accountable in order to complete it. So that's something for the whole project. I would like to do it all in this room. When it comes to mixing, I think it's important to get somebody else to mix these things. For me, anyway, having someone with having someone's fresh ears, listening to and improving your work, I think is very important. And I have somebody that I trust, and I would send it to him at the end to do that. So that's the only thing. I guess I should put minus mixing / mastering. Right. I'll do that. Now for the project, is that... Oh, and then I want to basically have an album done by the end of this, and then the mixing time could take weeks, you know? There's no way of knowing. But basically have an album finished at the end of this, and then have it to you as soon as possible, right? Ship it to DSPs, like streaming platforms, ASAP. So that means that you would have watched this happen, and then hopefully as soon as humanly possible, you will get the album. Okay? The whole thing that I want to achieve going through this is to basically show you how an album is made. Now, this isn't the traditional process at all. Albums can absolutely be made this way. And I think that they will be made this way more and more. I think nowadays, if you don't produce stuff, like somebody else can, right? And I think that that can work against you. So my idea is to show you how an album is made, you know, to a certain degree, because like I said, we're not spending 3 weeks in a £1,000 a day studio in London or LA, and the artist just showing up singing and then scrolling on their phone the whole time, right? Which is basically how albums are made. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's important to have an artist that, you know, let's say a drummer purely dedicated to nailing the drums. I think that's an important thing, right? But I'm not a band, so it doesn't really work that way. Show you how an album is made, yes. So what I also mean by that is to how can I maybe like give you an insight on like why things are used. I mean, that's just a bit vague, but you know, if I'm applying an EQ to a guitar part, or if I'm scrolling through a bunch of delays to find the correct thing, I want to be able to show you that, right? And I want to be able to tell you why I'm doing those things. Doesn't mean it's the correct process. You know, I'm not a producer. I co-produced my third record, but that was with Rich, who I could say like, oh, how can we achieve this? And he'll be like, yeah, cool, you can try this, or you can try this. And I'll be like, oh, excellent, I'll do that, you know. And there are so many fundamentals that I didn't do on that album. You know, I didn't set the gain, I didn't set up the compressors and the EQ on my vocal because I was vocaling, right? So those are fundamentals that, oh, I've spelt give incorrectly there. That may not be the most efficient way, but it's a way that works for me, right? So I want to show, I'll just say, give you an insight on why things are done, right? Yep. Oh, yes. Right, and I think that's it, really. Just want to enjoy it. Now, throughout the process, I will try and come back to this and be able to say, yes, I have done all of those things, hopefully, right? With pages of notes. Are you going to be doing the tracks in order on the album? So that's a very good question, Tia, and that's part of the reason that pre-production exists, right? Because there will be common instruments or sounds or parts on different tracks that may not be in chronological order on the album, right? So let's say for instance, on Stones Around the Sun, there's a guitar part, an electric guitar part that I really want to replicate on track 9 on the album, right? It's a different part, but I want to use that same sound, right? It could be more efficient. I mean, when you're recording things in a studio, hey, the hairy toe, thanks so much for that follow. When you're recording things in the studio, you have like an amp set up and mic set up in specific positions, signal routed through a specific set of pedals. And so a lot of the time you will, you'll want to record those at the same time. Whereas here I'll be using a lot of plugins and I can just save like a preset, right? I can save like a preset within my guitar rig, and then when it comes to track 9, just pull it up and it works, right? So that's something that I can do. However, it's a very good thing to be aware of and say like, okay, we're doing drums over the next, I mean, that's different because we're not in the studio, we haven't got a drum kit set up. So I think the freedom given to us by doing this within a machine, you know, digitally and not as analog, well, I mean, it's probably the wrong phrase, but that will give us a bunch of freedom. Right, let's start. So track 1, let's do this. Stone Around the Sun. Stones Around the Sun. Let me just check with nothing. So we've been trying to clear the morning so that I can listen to it on Twitch. I'm kind of just tempted to just do it because it's my song, right? I don't own the masters, and that's an issue. You know, again, one of the reasons that doing this is a good thing. I think the argument of it's my song may hold up in Twitch court, DMCA court, and also every streamer under the sun streams DMCA music, and it's fine. But it's just something that I've been so careful with for the last, well, it's probably within 1 month of using Twitch, it came into effect. So within the last 17 months. But we don't have to do it yet. But I'm just waiting on my manager. He's now contacted multiple people at Warner Brothers, so hopefully it will happen. But we don't have to do that just yet, okay? But hopefully when it gets to the point, I just go for it. I don't know. I'm really nervous about it, I guess. But we're taking all of the steps. So hopefully I won't have to. But if I have to, I might. I don't know. Anyway, Stones Around the Sun. So this is the intro track, and it's something that yeah, I didn't think it would. Don't really want to get banned at the beginning. Yeah, absolutely. Stones Around the Sun. This is track 1 on the record, and something that I love so much about this track and being track 1 for the album was that it starts in like a fairly like closed fashion. So track 2, Holding On, is very like band in your face playing the song, right? And sometimes that's good as an intro track because it straight in, like, no kissing, right? Ugh, you know what I mean? But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to give people the idea of arriving at this record. And so this song kind of sounds like it's been played in the other room, right? It still has clarity to it, and that's something that I will absolutely keep. But it's just a fairly like closed song, right? And that's achieved by a dark acoustic tone, which, I mean, I guess maybe I should be playing an example now, but I can't. A dark acoustic tone, which means that it's not super bright and it's not at the forefront of the track, right? Which I think was quite weird because I'm an at the time I was an acoustic guitar artist, right? And to start a song or to start my album without just a ringing acoustic tone like in Holding On was kind of a decision that I was advised not to take, but it was something that I wanted to do, right? So we achieved that. It's very like Damien Rice's acoustic tone, right? Or like I guess in some of Bon Iver's music, again, it's an acoustic guitar, but it's like it's been played 20 meters away from you. So that's something that is achieved here. We have the pitched drums. So this is something that I have a really cool way to do this. Something that's super exciting. Can I show you that now? One sec. Right, so now we're in Ableton, right here. So this will be like the screen that you see most of the time, to be honest. I've set up a template, which is just for this album. And we'll go through the tracks when it comes to recording, but at the moment I just want to show you the kick drum style. The pitched drums effect and how I will achieve it. So I've just got the guitar DI'd at the moment. I will mic it up when it comes to recording as well. Let's tune. Oh, I don't have a tuner. So something that, I mean, most DAWs do this. This is something else as well. I'm messing with the tuning, but again, we'll come to talk about that. But they have a favorites panel here, so you could just put like your most used plugin. Well, not just plugins. Here I have whole templates. I have a vocal chain, which is useful, which is a whole set of plugins. But it's a really cool thing. You know, I didn't have to search for tuners, just here, basically. So this song, G, C, right? Right? But the drums, or, well, at least the kick drum, well, all of the drums, I'm basically taking a kick sound, Okay, let's go drums on session dry. Ooh. Let's drag that in here. I'm taking a kick drum. It's a fairly standard kick drum, but it doesn't really have a pitch, right? I mean, it does. There is a note in there, but it's so subtle, right? Whereas if I was to, am I here? Basically, so you could create a kick drum, and it will be better because it will be fully mic'd up. But you see, just by hitting the low end of the string. But if you make a chord whilst doing that, you see how you get now a pitched kick. And that's like if I was to record that in and apply it to a drum kit, I would then be able to play that. You know, like this. Which is just a really cool way of achieving that, basically. So that will be the way we achieve the pitch drums, and it basically just, well, there are a bunch of reasons to do this. It is on the original, and we did that on the original. Did we do that on the original? Maybe we might have just pitch shifted a kick drum, to be honest. I can't remember. But it's just such a great way of adding a drum kit that sounds like it was basically made for the song, rather than just taking any old drum kit, you know. So that's something that definitely helps. There's that Glock at the start, bing, 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 which, I mean, I guess now I'm just going through instruments. I shouldn't do that. The chorus has that build, right? That crescendo. When you pull back, pull, goes from like basically nothing, and comes, the loudest part of the song is in that chorus. So that chorus crescendo, I think is how you spell it, is an extremely important part of the whole song. And we will create that using like multiple things. That'll be a drum build up, probably less so a drum build up, to be honest, but also like a gang vocal chant would be really good. So this is something that nice one, Seba, how's it going? This would be something that I have a bunch of cool ways to do gang vocals as well, but it just adds weight to a part, right? And so that's something, let's get that music back on. That's something that is super important, very important. And right, so volume is just like the quietest sound in the world could be seen as a loud sound if it's compared to silence, right? So volume is just a comparison of two sounds and how loud or quiet either of them are, right? And I think that crescendo is really made or really enhanced by the lack, by what comes after it, right? If a crescendo gets as loud as possible and then just continues at that volume, it is still technically a crescendo, but I think it's a lot more powerful if you crescendo and then drop out completely. And that's something that I do when I play the song live, and it's something that's on the recorded version. But there needs to be like a curated quiet after, right? And I think that will this will enhance the crescendo, right? So this is very important too. And I've got some really cool ways to do that with the electric guitar. The pedal steel guitar also achieves that. So these are very important. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that needs to be noted here. I need to keep that. I want to keep the like Glock hook throughout the song, which is fine. I think I have a glockenspiel. I do. I have a glockenspiel sound, which is fine. We can edit that as well and be able to make that as true, or hopefully as true to the original recordings Glock, although that will be impossible using different plugins. I didn't know what they used, you know, so that's something. Like I said, we've got that the pedal steel guitar, which the part is so good. I can't wait to add that in. It makes such a difference. And I think that's it. I'm gonna want some Rhodes. The Rhodes is a great electric piano. I think that's the stuff. What I want you got might be hard to handle. All note song. That's really cool. We've got the electric. Oh, I want swells. I want to feel this song, and this will actually come. Well, no, it's not. Guitar swells. This is something that I think is so important to. I'm not sure, TDD. Not sure. It's fine though. I've got a good one here. It's absolutely good enough. Hey Amelia, I don't know why my auto host isn't working, but anyways, I just came to host. We get my second host. Okay, Amelia, take care. Take care. And thank you very much. Thank you. Right. So with that, I think that we're good to get going. I just want to keep. Bass is fine. We don't need to. Don't need to do anything special there. I think that's good. I mean, the time signature as well. Let's put that in first because that's probably the most important. Okay, I think that without listening to the song, that's all we can say about Stones Around the Sun. I think so. Got lead vocal, which is fine. Cool. Hey Karina, how's it going? Lovely to see you. Listen gang, haven't been in here forever because I never have time. I know that feel, but I'm really stoked about this. Hopefully you can listen a bit more the next few days. Oh, well, I hope so too, friend. Lovely to see you. Hope you're both well. Love to Millennium. Right, I'm fairly happy with that. And this is one of the songs that I spent time. I've got furthest with this song when I did it before, right? So almost very close to finishing it. So maybe this is a bit cheaty because I've made a lot of decisions anyway. But hey, a lot can change in 10 months. And there may be decisions that I made that I'm really not into. So yeah, what I will say, everybody, is why don't you go listen to the song? I'm going to listen to it here and mute the thing. No, I thought that was saying we could use it. I'm going to mute my audio, my desktop audio, and listen to the song. You go do the same, okay? While I set up the guitar mic. So I guess I'll be right back. Can I type? Can I have like the be right back? Oh, well. Didn't mean to do that. I need... Can I paste? Yes, I can. Oh, wait, that's stream starting soon. Wrong thing, wrong thing. I need to go here. This. Okay. Silence sucks, doesn't it? Never mind. Can't even play snippets. I don't want to risk it. Chelsea. We've gone through all the correct avenues. So now it's just a waiting game, you know. I guess clearing Lewis Watson's debut album that came out 7 years ago isn't on Warner Brothers' priority list. Right, so I'm going to listen to it. You go ahead and listen to it. I'll even send a link in the chat. There it is. Spotify, that's the only thing I can provide, I'm afraid. And I'll be right back while I set up the guitar mic. Enjoy. Why can't I move the lyrics? There we go. Can't listen, I'll just imagine. You do it on YouTube or... I mean, you don't have to. Don't have to. Right. Be right back. Did you hear all of that? Uh-oh. Hello. Does this work? Hey, hey, hey. Works. Let me just listen to the noise suppression, or if there is any noise. Let me just listen to... Oh, it's pretty good. Okay. iPlayer. Okay. So, yeah, I saw somebody in the chat. Cloud9. I've listened so many times, but never noticed the BV. Around the sun, around the sun. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. It's something we'll absolutely do. Not quite a Britney mic. Do you know what? I bought a Britney mic and I have another one coming. But it didn't fit in. Sucks. Because on the page it was like commonly bought with this, you know. Wow. That's some nice soda. Yes, it does that, Chelsea. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. So, you can't hear that. So, it's going to be like an echo if I... Okay, I'll just try and navigate my way around this. Right. Hey, Tataru, how's it going? Have you changed mic or voice? Yes, I have. Yeah. I now have a mic because this is my normal talking mic and it's about 400 years away from my mouth. So I need to... Is it like a lot quieter? I know it will sound different, but is it a lot quieter? Because I could turn it up. Hey, hey, is this better? Let me know. So the main reason I've done this, and usually it will be, I'll have a Britney mic. So it'll be a lot less, it will sound a lot better because that's a compressor. A condenser mic, apologies. So, as you can see here, in, oh, actually, can I do, what was that thing called? It was called... One second. So I am going, what is it again? This, okay. Oh, it zooms everything. Does this zoom in on your thing? Because I can't see every thing of my, every bit of my screen is zoomed in, so I'm unable to see it, which is unfortunate. Okay, so as you can see here, these should actually be the same color. Sorry, I started doing this on newer projects. Let's just make them like a purple. So here are my guitar tracks, right? And you can see I've got guitar left, which is panned all the way left. So this here is the panning, which is, you know, in which ear the sound comes into and out of. And this guitar right is panned all the way to the right, right? And that means this is now a stereo setup. This is a stereo setup. So you can have a mono setup, which is just in the center the whole time, okay? Or you can do this, which is a stereo setup, and I'll show you how it sounds in a second. Do you know what? I'll put it, everything now is in the center, right? And this is how it sounds. which is fine, right? It sounds fine. But in my opinion, the way to make music or any sounds interesting is to play with how they are heard, right? And you can do that in multiple ways. You can do that by basically how far away from the sound you are, which is distance, reverb mostly. If you make something like completely wet, we call it, with reverb, it sounds like it's really far away, like in another room, right? You can play with the volume, how loud you hear it, and you can play with the panning, right? How stereo, how wide the sound is, right? And that's something that I'll do now. So once again, this is how it sounds. Central, completely central. Now I'll go wide. Now, this is something that we could play around with. This is hard panned left and right. And usually you would use two mics for a stereo setup, right? A left mic and a right mic. It's called an A-B pair. When something's side by side, equidistance from the sound source has an A-B pair. But the issue that you get with that is phasing. So let's say the sound source is the "Be Right Back" text. That's probably a really bad example. How can I show you this? Let's say it is, come on, where is it? Here. Sure, can I do, let's do paint. Window, nailed it. Right, so let's say we have a sound source here, okay? Sure, let's, a guitar, right? One string guitar, okay? And I'm playing it, this is me here, tallest person on earth. I'm playing it, okay? And we have a microphone here and a microphone here, right? This is an A-B pair, okay? And this is a top-down view, by the way. This isn't a very good way to do it. Hey Scott, how's it going? We're recording my debut album, The Morning, live on Twitch. Oh, right, that's why. Apologies. Let's do this. So this is an A-B pair, okay? Top-down view. I'm laying down, playing the guitar. And you can assume that basically these guitars are equidistant from the sound hole, okay? And you have to hope that they are. Because let's go orange. If I'm playing music out of this guitar, right? And it hits this microphone first, and then this one second, so that this microphone is slightly closer and the sound reaches here first before reaching here, you get what's called phasing, okay? Which is a very jarring thing to listen to because you have there's basically like a delay, right? So, and it's super subtle. It is like nanoseconds. Wait, nanoseconds? Is that how it's written? I don't know. Right, but it is something that absolutely your brain notices. Okay, now there's a way to get around this by, can I not like, oh, I can, cool. by doing brush. What is called, so same incredible drawing. Super tall. Playing the guitar, right? There's a way around this by doing what's called an XY pair, okay? And that's when you put the two mics on top of each other, right? So it's almost, let me do this and this, right? So this is now mic X, this is mic Y, okay? And you put them on top of each other, basically facing kind of like this, okay? So they're still facing the wide parts of the sound, right? They're still both not facing this way, because then that would kind of delete, make it pointless. But because they are basically, they have to be equidistant from the guitar, right? Because they're on top of each other. So any music that's played, like absolutely hits them at the same time, right? Same time. The issue with this then, and there aren't really many issues, to be honest, but you have to have microphones that can function this way, right? If you have two massive microphones that kind of like this, right? How can you put two microphones on top of each other like this? The way to do it is to have a microphone that has its diaphragm here, where you want the sound to be entering, right? So it's a different process. Different process. So the way that I have hopefully combated that is by making one of the mics a DI. So I'm plugged in. I have an electroacoustic. I'm plugged in, and this is my left mic. And I do that because you get a lot more of the string noises. Which is what you would achieve from a guitar left, right? Because the microphone will be facing at the strings, right? And then this is basically on the sound hole, well, just to the right of the sound hole, ideally, picking up the low end of the sound, the slightly boomier sounds, and any of the like hand artifacts, let's say, from recording. And what you get is, it's not an ideal sound, but it's something that I can work with in post-production, basically. So what you get, you hear all these strings. So this is like exclusively from the guitar left, right? So if I mute guitar right here, I can actually have both of these on now. You're hearing like my whole left side of the guitar. And if I mute guitar left, you still get a little bit, but it's mostly like if you add an actual guitar sound to it. Wait, can you not hear that? Hey. Can you not hear that? It's not coming up on my thing. You can hear. Oh, the signal's not showing on my... So you can hear me now. Wow. Okay, for some reason not showing me that you're hearing that. Yeah, so I had panned everything to the right to try and show you that it separates the sounds, right? That's what I'm trying to show you. And the way that I tie that together is if I pan them completely left and right, then the sum of the sound is it's really, you can hear me through this now, right? Basically the left and right are doing completely different things. You're getting the low kind of boomier musical information from the right microphone, the microphone on the right. And yeah, okay. So what I had done, as you can see here, is I'd muted the left channel because I wanted to show you exactly what the right was bringing to the equation, right? Now, if I turn them both on, you get sound from right and left at the same time, which makes a fuller sound. And whenever I record an acoustic guitar, which I'm going to put this down now. Whenever I record an acoustic guitar, what I'm trying to achieve is a sound that sounds like you are standing in front of me playing guitar. Okay, so I quite like having a bit of the room. If you have too much of the room, it's a problem because you can always add more. It's very difficult to take away in the post-production. But I like to give it a bit of context, right? So I hard pan it left and right, and then I have it so that if you shut your eyes, it sounds like I am in front of you playing the guitar. Okay, so that's what we or at least we're trying to achieve. There. Oh. Wow. So I'm gonna have to change that 1 second. Let's do Control Shift. Yes. Okay. Cool. Creepy. Oh, if you shut your eyes, yeah, I see. But now let's go. Cool. Turn the music back on. As quiet as I can. And now we're going to go in and map out the song. So this is something that I think is incredibly important. And you know what? Let's do this because I can't listen to the song. If we were listening to the song, I would just be able to play the song and do it, but I don't want to do that yet. So right, I'm actually just going to record a take in, and then I can map it out afterwards. So let's do that. You have to find the tempo. So loud it's giving me a hernia. Right. Let's do this so you can still hear me. So at the moment I'm just changing the tempo way up here. You see there's tap 115 and I can change how fast or slow, that's BPM, beats per minute, right? So I can change how fast or how slow the song goes. Let me just listen to it and get it in. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And I can also tap this tempo. Oh. Okay, so I was listening to it there and just tapping on 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's giving me like, knowing me, I probably just wrote this in 120 because whenever you open a DAW up, it's straight in 120. So let me just listen, make sure that sounds about right. Okay, I'm happy with that time, just 120, nice and simple. The only thing is that with this song, the time signature changes, right? So this song is in 4/4. Most pop songs on earth are in 4/4. But this song has a bar of 6 very often. So how do I do this? And can you still hear the guitar? Oh, kind of no. That's pretty good. Okay, let me do this. I've got a good idea. So now you're hearing me through here. You might be hearing 2 times the guitar, but just for this, I need both, basically. So the song is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Right, so basically what I was trying to achieve there is showing you that there's a bar of 6 every few times, right? And the way that Ableton likes to handle this is if you come up here and right click, you can, oh, is it because I'm zoomed in? It might be weird because I'm zoomed in. It's definitely, here you go, insert time signature change. Okay, and once you do that, you can basically change, so it would be a bar of 6, right? So now, I mean, that's not where it needs to be, but I can move that. So now that should have zoomed in and showed you that, right? Now when I listen, you can't hear the click just because that would be super annoying when I'm streaming, but now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So then we change back to 4/4. So I'm just mapping out 2, 2, 3, 4. So every 8 bars, the third bar is 6/4, right? That's the oh. So now if I grab this and duplicate time, no. Why has that done that? That would be correct if this didn't change. 4/4, yep. 8 bars. Maybe if I copy time and then paste. No, that hasn't done anything. See, I thought if I just duplicated. Oh, wait. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, we're into production now. We're going. Well, I guess we're setting up a session, so maybe not. This should work. I don't know why this, unless I have to do this paste time. It just changes it to 6/4. But I've changed. unless I do this, maybe this is the way around it. I didn't like that it doesn't have. So drop shift G. No, it changes it to 6/4 for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that. Very confusing. Okay, we're just going to have to do it manually for some reason. That's wild if I actually have to do that. It's just not. It changes it to 6/4. And I do not know why. Like, this would be right if this was 4/4. Let me just make sure this is correct, because I might be able to get around it. So we're going. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's correct. That is 2 times round. So let's see if I can duplicate that time. I mean, I can, I just have to edit this every time, which is annoying. So the reason we do this, right? So click, recording to a click means you can't hear it, but in my ears, when I press play, there's a metronome going. Right? And it's important to record to that, or not always, but most of the time you want to record to a metronome, so that, let's say right here is verse 1, right? And there's a guitar part that I play perfectly right here, right? Well, in verse 2, that exact same guitar part happens here. And let's say I mess it up a little bit, right? Well, I could just go back over here and drag and drop that guitar part in. I don't want to do that all the time. Drag and drop that guitar part in, and it's fixed because it was recorded to a click, so they're both exactly the same. One has a mistake, one doesn't. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason was, if we're recording drums, right, we want to be able to make a pattern and then loop that pattern throughout the song. And the only way that it will stay in time, because the drums will stay completely in time, it's digital, right? It's to a grid. Okay, the only time it will stay in time with the human recorded guitar is if the human recorded guitar was recorded to a click. So it means that you stay on the same, you're the same speed here as you are 3 minutes away from the start, right? So I am going to duplicate that time again and edit this back to 4/4. I don't know why this is happening. It seems a bit strange, to be honest. Is this enough song? So in Ableton, down the bottom here, it has a time thing. So you can see down here that it's 4 minutes there, right? I'm gonna do it one more time. Why not? And just go to the start, and edit 4/4. So now we've just got the whole project now up to 8 minutes of this correct time signature. So now that's the case, I'm going to record the guitar in so we can start mapping out the song. Okay, so my mic's going to disappear. I'm just going to play
a guitar. There's nothing there. Yeah, no, I know, because we've been doing the time signature up here. This is what I've been showing you for like the past 5 minutes. So I'm going to record now.
This is important. We're touching ground on the morning after. Wow, let's do it. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Oh shit, Alex, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So, if first of all, hey, thanks so much for swinging by, everybody. I really appreciate it. Do you guys fancy giving Alex a follow there? How was your stream? I hope it was good. Hey, Baylor, how's it going? I hardly know her as well. If you're new here, hello. My name is Lewis Watson. You've just joined us on day 1 of September Studios. This is where every weekday in September, I'm streaming myself, recording the reimagination of my first record. Oh no, Ross Kemp fell down. All right. My first record, The Morning. This is an album that I released in 2014 with Warner Brothers, and we just recently came out of the re-record, what's called the re-record clause, which means that I can now re-record this album legally. So I'm going to do it. I thought it'd be a great project to do live on Twitch. We just did a bit of pre-production on track 1, which is called Stones Around the Sun. And I am now starting to map it out to begin the process. I really appreciate you guys coming over. Thank you. We've got, oh, sorry, Ben, Danielle, Sean. That's 3 names. Thank you so much for following. Nico Gent, thank you very much. Or is that 2 N's meant to be an M? If so, I feel you. I've got 4 V's, meant to be 2. Potato Guy, thank you very much for that follow. Alex Taiwan, thank you very much. Kai, thank you for the host. Mika Jen, thank you for that host as well. And Dan Guerro 8, thank you very much. You can hear my album I'm all over Spotify. I've got 3 albums. This one in particular is called The Morning, but I would say don't listen to it. Wait until the end of the month when I've re-recorded it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it a bit more. So I'm going to go back into Ableton now, and now you should be able to hear. Nice. Okay, so something I did realize is that I changed the time signature here along the top. Your second part of that right off the bat. I don't think I did. But appreciate that, mate. Thank you. I changed the time signature throughout the whole song. I forgot that the chorus is in 4/4. There's no 6/4 in the chorus. So I just played played to the best of my ability to the click. It was quite jarring, but it was okay, and I'll edit that now. But we're going to listen now, and I will move these markers that you can see up here into place, just so that it helps me move around the project a lot quicker. And also when you're recording guitar or vocals or drums or bass, every now and then you fall into a trance, and you suddenly wake up and you think, wait a second, where am I? You know? And sometimes being able to look at the project and quickly see, oh, it's the intro, you're like, cool, I know exactly where that is, right? So it's super helpful. It's something that I definitely recommend. 100%. Can I? No, doesn't look like I can. Okay. Can I do this maybe? No. Okay. Hey, Arthur Richard, thank you very much. Arthur Richards, sorry, 93. Thank you very much for that follow, friend. Right, so let's listen and map this out. This is an issue as well because I moved. It's a shame that I can't move all of these. Okay, I'm just going to have to. Okay. Intro. One, two, three, four, 2, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2. Love. This is now. Oh. Rename. Verse 1A. And I need to. Can't. Okay, cool. Okay. Love had spiraled down that sighing sound to war was breaking out. You found your crown, cool, and I turned around. Where did you go? I look. So this is now pre-1. Uh-oh, did I add to... I might have messed this up in the recording, but it's fine. So I need this on. Go, I looked away and you were gone. You didn't say, where did you go? Huh? Wait, 1 second. Where did you... Right, that's why. Goes here. Where did you go? I looked away and you were gone. You didn't say, where did you go? Where did you go? I looked away and you were gone. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Cool. I don't know. Wait. We're going again. Yeah, Elwood's and Lives are one, Baylor. It's very good. Intro. Ding, ding. Love has spiraled down and shining you found your crown. Okay, that's correct. Into pre. Where did you go? I looked away and you were gone. You didn't say, where did you go? I don't know. Wow, I messed it up straight away. Okay, so we just need to copy. See, this is why recording to a metronome is very good. Gone, you didn't say, where did you go? I don't know. Right, so you can now flip. I've forgotten it. I've lost it already. But I can now take this section, Control E, to cut it from to separate it, and then hold Control whilst I drag it across, and that's now copied across, right? Looked away and you were gone. You didn't say, where did you go? I don't know. Where did you go? I looked away and you were gone. You didn't say, where did you go? Into the chorus. So I missed out an entire pre-chorus there, so that's why recording to a click's so important, because instead of re-recording it, because this is just a rough, because I'm mapping out the time signature and the markers, I'm able to just copy and paste that. It's fine, which is very handy. Right, back to the time signatures. That's 4/4. Where are we going? 4/4 until. Where did you go? I looked away, but you were gone. You didn't say, where did you go? Cool. I don't know. Nice. And then into the chorus, it stays 4/4 throughout. Let's just delete that. Let's just delete that. Okay, chorus. Everybody, I need two of them. And the sun. Chorus 2. Right, chorus 1B. Whoa! How do you invert? I look like Santa. How do you invert everything on Windows? Because I have just done that. And it's crazy. I don't know if you can see this, but everything is inverted. Let me take a picture of this. Please, someone help me. I am begging. Look at me. I look like Santa. Well, that's weird. Now when I do this, I look normal on my screen. Okay, thanks for being super helpful, everybody. I'll have a look. How to invert colors, Windows 10. Oh my god, it's not helping. Helping. Control Alt I. No. Oh boy. How do you fix this? Control Alt I. Yeah, that's what I've just done that. Oh no. Zoomed in, yes. Control Alt I. It's not happening. Control Alt I. I'm in the zoom mode, everybody. I promise you. How has this happened? How have I clicked? Press Control Alt plus I to invert colors. That is exactly what I'm doing. I feel like I'm being trolled here. Alt Shift print screen. Do you want to run high contrast? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, hasn't helped. Yeah, look, I've done it. See now. How have I done this? I wrote C1B and my computer has shit itself. Exiting the magnifier. Menu plus. Control Alt I. Menu plus. Control Alt I. It's not working, guys. I promise you. Even when I click the checkbox of invert colors, it's not working. Yeah, I've done that, Dunkasaw. I've done that. Oh no! Windows 10 inverted colors fix. I swear, if this tells me to keep doing the same thing that I'm doing, I'm gonna go crazy. Accidentally hacked yourself. Yeah, I feel like I haven't. Joe, let's save the project. You're right. Let's save the project. New folder, September Studios. 1 Stones Around the Sun. Save. Done that, tried that. Why are my colors inverted? How do I fix? Stop telling me to go into the magnifier. I've done that. Settings. Oh, this is just... This is just incredible, eh? Accessibility option. Okay, that's a good color filters. Turn color, they're off. Oh, it's horrible. I I am like, I'm losing my mind. High contrast is off. Oh, I've done it again. I don't get it. Okay, let's keep looking. Restart your computer. I don't want to do that. If there's any way to not do that, then I would like to not do that. Bloody hell. Okay, let me just try this one as well. I don't want to look in the reg editor. So I went here, right? I did that, and then I did nope. Okay. No. Okay. Guys, the high contrast mode is off. Okay. The invert colors on the magnifier is off. So I don't know what has happened here. Like those two things that everything is saying, oh, this is the issue, that is definitely not the issue. Lewis in the corner can just be blue. What do you mean? Do you know what's weird is that, so Ableton for me is inverted, but on OBS, when I'm looking at it, it's not, but I am. So how does that work? You search color management. Okay. Click devices, yeah. Click profile. I don't have a profile. You see me as normal colors. Wow, but Ableton is inverted. What the fuck? What on earth? Oh yeah, okay, that would make sense because then I'm seeing it inverted. Oh, for click profile. Absolutely, Katie. If you could see what I'm seeing right now, it's insanity. Everything's inverted. It's wild. Everything is inverted. Try running. It's telling me to do a system restore. What? It's not an OBS setting. I don't think so. OBS can, because my whole computer is inverted now. Bonus tip, use the magnifier tool. That was the first tip you gave me. What did you press? Lemon, I came to here, I renamed, and I hit C, I just put C1B enter. That's all I did. I did not fix it, Chelsea. It may have been fixed for you, but everything was still inverted. Everything. Told me to try a system restore. No. Okay, I'm gonna restart my computer. I'm sorry, I really don't want to do this. But it's just everything's telling me Windows key plus. Zoom in, Control Alt I, and it's just not working. It's not. So there's I just don't know what. Like, look. Oh. Invert colors is off. I've just turned it on, but right. I'll be right back. I'm just so sorry. God, what a waste of space I am. Please, everybody, please prage for me, okay? Everybody, please. Let's get a prage chain going, okay? Please, everybody. Please, everybody. Let's prage. I want to, as soon as the chat is filled with prages, I'll end the stream, keep them going, and then I will be right back. Bunch of prages. Why are you praging to a train, Callum? Oh, Prage train. I like it. Okay, be right back.